Wow, it's time to start. Hello, everyone. I'm just starting my stopwatch real quick so I can time out exactly 10 minutes and stop recording the video after that time is up, because that's how long my camera generally records for. I've noticed that it kept recording after the 10-minute mark, but I don't believe it keeps going for that much longer. 10 minutes is the safe period of time. All right, who cares, right? Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. This is a channel where I talk to the camera for 10 minutes without any kind of editing, and without any kind of cuts. So my thoughts are flowing out naturally, and I guess I'm more vulnerable that way. That was the word I almost pronounced right. And I am also practicing how to speak more coherently in front of the camera, not be afraid of the camera, and treat it as kind of a thing that is more natural. I don't feel like talking down this barrel of glass is a natural feeling, and that often gets in the way of the quality of my actual YouTube videos on my actual YouTube channel. I skipped a video yesterday. I generally try to do these every single day, but now I skipped a couple of days, and this kind of earns daily vloggers a whole new respect from me, like a whole new level of respect from me, because I don't understand how they do it. This is a fraction of effort that they have to put into their vlogs when they're filming and editing. And yet, I still can't keep up every single day. Now, yesterday I didn't record, not because I couldn't, just because I was tired. It was a willpower problem, not a time management problem or anything like that. So damn, mad props to daily vloggers, like, good on them. Funny story, I was just making my bed over there, because of course I am just making my bed. It's 7 o'clock. I only do it for this shot and nothing else. Who cares? Nobody's home. And I was actually thinking about what I'm going to talk about on this video, and I started the video before turning on the camera, before sitting down in this chair while making my bed. So a lot of the things that I said in the beginning about giving mad props to the daily vloggers, I have already said before, and that felt weird because I had to reiterate it once again. This is another issue that I always run into on my other channel, where I very carefully plan out what I'm gonna say, and I very carefully, very strictly write out exactly what the video is gonna be, and then I practice it a whole bunch of times, and then when I do it, it ends up sounding robotic and unnatural and not as interesting to listen to as if you were just talking to your friend, your buddy, which is kind of the feeling that I want to portray when I'm making these vlogs, because it's cool to have an invisible internet friend who you can talk to in the comment section. And you can't do that when you're a robot man who doesn't sound natural and people are terrified of you. Let's not do that, shall we? All right. So I want to talk about my long-term plans and my short-term plans for my actual YouTube channel today. I have been recently reading a book about storytelling. I mentioned it in my last episode. And I've been following a lot of its exercises and applying it to my own life, and treating myself as the main character, in hopes that this book will be able to inform me on how to better construct a YouTube channel narrative, a YouTube channel video series narrative that will be very, very fun to watch, and to binge, and to just watch second to second, but also follow the narrative over the years that it will take place over. Okay, yeah, good, great, very English. And I've been kind of doing all these exercises, and I have found out that, like, a story needs a character that has a goal. A story needs a character who is trying to achieve something very, very hard and keeps failing at it. Excuse me. And things kind of get in his way, and he still perseveres, and that's that. And it's really fun to watch, and it's really fun to follow. And in my case, I started writing down my story as that of a flawed, young man who's learning his ropes, who really wants to go to Japan and be a vlogger, be almost like a travel vlogger in Japan. And I wanted to go through and create a series of the different perils and obstacles and training that I have to do in order to be a very good vlogger with an audience who knows the language, who can go to Japan and knows the culture and knows what he's talking about, and makes these beautiful videos that he's always dreamed of making for his audience that he's built up as he was making the videos preparing for the trip. So, I was thinking about this, and I'm like, this is a cool narrative. But, I don't know. I guess I'll read it out, what I wrote down for you guys. Weekly video offers a glimpse into a flawed character's life as he tries his best to reach his goal one day at a time. But what if there's obstacles bigger than him that he couldn't overcome? What if think I need outside the box he achieves his goals? What? Okay. Autocorrect foils me once again. So a young, flawed man tries his best to achieve his dreams of learning Japanese, being fit, and growing his YouTube audience so that one day he can fulfill his goal of traveling to Japan and sharing the experience in all of its glory. The location, the people, emotions, his massive audience, using the skills he learned along the way. That's the main idea. At the same time, I'm trying to achieve a lot of things right now. So like being fit doesn't fit into this narrative. And having a lot of side stories and distracting side plots isn't always a good idea because they dilute the main narrative. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, is traveling to Japan the goal of my fucking life right now? And it's really kind of not. It's a side plot in and of itself. And that made me feel so weird. I'm like, do I want to construct a channel around a side plot of my life that it portrays it as the main thing I want to do in life? I'm not sure. So that's tough. So I started thinking about it, and I'm like, what's my conflict? Main character fights his own weakness over his dream to go to Japan and tell a beautiful story. Cause and effect path. A man prepares to go on a trip in his lifetime by studying language. What's the moral choice? Moral choice is something that this book has taught me almost needs to happen at the end of the story. The character needs to choose one thing or the other, and it needs to be a difficult choice. So I'm like, oh, well, okay. So stay with family and loved ones at home, being amazing at the things he learned and use them locally, or leave the old life, everyone and everything that he loves in pursuit of the dream. And I'm like, oh my god, this is terrifying. I understand this kind of thing being really exciting and really interesting if you're writing a story. If you're writing a really compelling character that goes through a lot of change and has a lot of obstacles in life. But when you're trying to assign all of these things to your own life, to your own self, you start realizing how flippin' scary this is, because you're literally pre-planning change into your life and this like difficult choices into your life. You're exposing yourself to hardships for the sake of an interesting narrative on your YouTube channel. And that scared me. And it also scared me that I'm making this goal of going to Japan and doing this thing, and I'm making it concrete, and I'm making it a fact, because I'm going to start making videos about it, and I will need to consciously and deliberately get closer and closer to that goal every single video, and that's scary too. It's like I have to pick up the pace, and I have to move through life with that goal in mind, and that made me feel uneasy. And I just wanted to get that off my chest. I haven't really talked to anyone about this kind of thing. I was just thinking about this last night, but it's just interesting. It's interesting. I wonder if I'll be able to do this. And I wonder if going to Japan and making travel vlogs in Japan is the goal that I'm going to end up choosing at the end of the day. Anyway, I was also going to talk about what I'm going to do tomorrow for my main channel video, and that's I'm going to do a personality test. And I need to figure out how to make that video interesting, and I was going to start doing that in this video, but unfortunately we're out of time. I blabbed long enough about Japan, and so I need to wrap this thing up. Thank you, whoever you are, for watching. You weirdo, why are you still here? But I appreciate you. You're freaking cool, dude. Like, thank you. Thank you. That's cool. Why? Like, all right. I'm glad you think that this is a good use of your time. And if it's not, stop procrastinating. Go do your things, because this video is over. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. Daily vlogging is hard. Bye.